Hey, my friends, this is Selim.Digital coming back in week 14 of my carnivore journey. This is a vlog for, well, anyone, but I guess fundamentally middle aged men who are trying to develop themselves and understand what it takes to really develop great strength and optimal health in the middle age. No man has the right to be an amateur in the matter of physical training. It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. I don't remember when I read that, but it really struck me as being something that's fundamentally true, that we should figure out how to get to whatever is the best that we can physically attain within our lifetime. This whole vlog is a tool to help me try and achieve that. This week I wanted to give a shout out to my friend John Baltus. He's another trainer at Transform Fitness in New York City. My regular trainer, Evan, is out for a little bit, and so John and a couple of other trainers have been helping me out. And so, with every trainer, they have different strengths and different interests and then different ways of teaching. John is taking a different approach to helping me with the handstand, and I think it's really paying off.
It's perfect. Keep pressing through, tall. Nicely. Good. And find your abs like what we did on the floor.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that was great.
Yes. Good. Almost there. That's 45. Oh, you all right?
Sure, I wound up falling, but that's okay. I didn't get badly hurt, and I had that 2 seconds just floating, and it was really glorious. I was so incredibly happy. It's such a wonderful, positive, reinforcing cycle. It's like, okay, yes, I was able to get my feet up for 2 seconds. Now, let's just go for 3, and so on and so forth. And it's what keeps you going, and it's what makes this play for me. It's the possibility of whatever it is that I will be able to accomplish this week. Like, I'm so excited. What am I going to get to do next? What new thing will my body be able to do? Whatever motivates you to push yourself to the next level, that is the single best exercise that you can do. I have not really had the time this week to be able to try and experiment with cooking. That's okay. I was able to work on trying to continue to perfect the most important meal. Kind of makes me salivate even as I'm just watching. I wanted to spend a little bit of time this week talking about the past 5 years. When I got to my peak at about just shy of 400 pounds, there was a lot of stuff going on, and some of the conditions that ranged from mildly annoying to debilitating. When Adam was just learning how to walk, I had sprained my ankle. The right ankle managed to resolve itself, but then the left ankle just gave out, and I was about 350 pounds at this point, and then the left ankle just would not heal. It was about a year, maybe a year and a half. I honestly don't remember. I really do feel like I blanked out so much, where I could barely walk. This is obviously perfect timing, as my 13 and 14-month-old is learning how to walk, and all he wants to do is go everywhere. If it was more than a block or two, I would be hobbling and limping. It was really awful. I was sitting for hours and hours on end, only getting up when I had to, which then, surprise, made my weight swell up even more, which made put greater strain on my ankles, which made it harder for me to walk. So it really was a cycle that I just thought, oh God, I'm never going to get out of this. This is never going to recover. It's tough to bring those images back. It really is something that I attempt to not think too much about. Other challenges, plantar fasciitis. Every morning that I'd wake up, the bottom of my feet felt like they were on fire. It felt like I was walking on needles, hot needles, and it would take 20 minutes or so before the blood flowed enough for the fascia to become less firm and rigid, and so that I could actually walk. This is even after I'd started losing weight. The plantar fasciitis really managed to stay around for several years. I also definitely had the worst morning breath when I was eating a lot of carbohydrates. I've always been that guy who would sweat in a cold shower. That has also resolved itself. One of the reasons why the college that I went to was such a generally good fit for me was because it was so cold all the time. It really felt like, okay, I'm not just covered in a sheen of sweat all the time. It's really interesting what happens on a psychological level. When things improve a little bit, you just become more optimistic. And it's like if something improves even 10%, it feels 100 times better. I don't know what is going on with that, but it really does feel so true. I think it's just the idea of hope. Our brains we do need hope. When the idea that this thing is never going to get better, it does something to us. It really demoralizes us, and then it just makes everything worse. But once you just get the glimmer of hope, it motivates you to continue to do what it takes to make that even better. For everybody who's watching this, who's struggling with health issues, make sure that you find any little bit of progress that allows you to keep hope and keep expanding that sense of hope, because that is what's going to get you to continue to see those gains and that progress and improvement. Things can always be made better, even if it's just by the choice to choose to look at it better. My hope for each and every one of you that you find ways to make things better, or at the very least find ways to see things better. I definitely want to continue this conversation, so please comment and tell me where your journey is. I respond to everything. It's been so wonderful to have this back and forth with people. All right, that's it for this week. All the best.